General Ashok Mehta, Defence Analyst, General Shankar Prasad, Defence Analyst, Commodore R.S. Vasan, Head of Security and Strategic Studies at Centre for Asia Studies, and Seshadri Chari, Convener of the Foreign Affairs Cell of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Gentlemen, thank you very much. My question tonight is about the Pakistan apologists. Those who consistently take, surprisingly, even when it defeats logic, a pro-Pakistan position on issues almost as if they have a vested interest in continuing a dialogue that is reaching nowhere. General Shankar Prasad, what does this lobby, this pro-Pakistan lobby ever achieve? What has this lobby ever achieved that they continue to be apologists for Pakistan?
I don't understand why they do it. I don't see any signs of anything positive emerging out of it. Arnab, every time such an incident occurs, the whole nation goes into a mode of anger, goes a mode into anguish. And within a week or 10 days, we all forget about it. Let me be politically a bit incorrect this evening to say that this will also go away in the next 1 week or 10 days, just as the beheading of Indian soldiers went on the 8th of January. Having said this, let us put the whole India-Pakistan relationship into perspective. There have been such gross human rights violations, a number of them. I can go on counting till the cows come home. The Mumbai attack, the Parliament attack, the Akshardham attack, the killing of Jamil Singh, the beheading of Indian soldiers, the beheading of Saurabh Kalia. There are innumerable human rights violations and aggressive and outright actions against India. We have 45 terrorist camps still existing across the line of control, and we can do nothing about it. We've been talking about it for the last so many years. The point that I wish to make today is this, Arnab, that how long are we going to say? Every time such an incident occurs, we say, this is the last time, we will not take it anymore. But we again forget after 1 week. Today, every single political party is taking mileage out of it. There isn't a political party.
General Prasad, I was shocked today. I was shocked today that, I mean, this happens in very few countries. That even when Pakistan has not even released his body, the same group of people, General Ashok Mehta, start parroting a bizarre line. Don't play it up. Don't play it up. Don't talk about it. This will derail the peace process. No,
absolutely.
I mean, tell me, General Mehta, where do these people get their logic from? Are they not embarrassed about their own increasing irrelevance? Why do they talk like that, General Mehta?
I think they have a certain vested interest to keep this dialogue going, and for a large part, I would believe that the Prime Minister of India has a mission, and that mission is to visit Pakistan before he demits office. And that mission can only be completed provided this conversation with Pakistan goes on uninterrupted and uninterruptibly, which I think it has been amply proven over the last at least 6 years since the attack, the Mumbai attack, that this unconditional dialogue has no space because it demeans the country's stature, and it also shows us in very bad light. I think this particular incident that has happened, Sarabjit's incident, the first thing we should demand of Pakistan is an independent inquiry, and that independent inquiry will expose the complete negligence, the gross barbarity of the attack.
No, why are
now, having done that, let me just, because we are dealing with this one particular incident, but we will have a new government coming in Pakistan. And it is time, high time, that the government of India revisits its Pakistan policy, but in order to have a Pakistan policy, and for that matter a China policy, at least on the Pakistan policy and the China policy, we must have an all-party consensus.
Agreed.
So that when the country speaks, it speaks with one voice.
No, but why are these?
Because you can.
Today there is a growing view, General Mehta, that in our national capital, there are a group of people who only believe in one thing vis-a-vis Pakistan, which is appeasement. Appeasement, appeasement and constant appeasement. And Pakistan's constant response to these people is of perfidy and duplicity. We maintain a charade of a dialogue without any tangible outcomes. And this is the same group which since this morning, Seshadri Chari, even when the body has not been returned, have gone on saying, don't play it up, don't play it up, don't talk about it. Seshadri Chari, tell me, what is the vested interest here that people don't even speak up for their national interest in a case such as this? They don't want to talk about Jamail Singh, they don't want to talk about Sarabjit. What is the vested interest playing here?
You know, it is true there is a vested interest, no doubt about it. But what is more interesting and appalling also is a very large section of the Indian political spectrum believes that India's Muslim vote bank is linked with the Pakistan area. So if you keep speaking or talking about Indo-Pakistani relationship and maintaining peace between India and Pakistan, and if you keep on telling that you appease Pakistan, that way, they look at that appeasement of Pakistan as part appeasement of the Indian Muslim voter. Unfortunately, it is an absolutely wrong and absurd premise. In fact, a very large section of the Urdu press has criticized Pakistan. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, have not yet come across journalists or the civil society standing up against their own government. So having said this, the most important aspect in the whole thing is the foreign policy and diplomacy is not just a policy which is worked out in a air-conditioned cabin and passed out. This basically requires leadership. And what we are lacking today is absolute non-functional leadership. From Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru down to Vajpayee, through Indira Gandhi, P.V. Narasimha Rao, even Rajiv Gandhi, I.K. Gujral and Vajpayee, we had real leaders as prime ministers who could lead the foreign policy and also the diplomacy of this country. Unfortunately, that is woefully missing from 2004 till 2013, and that is the result of this. However much General Mehta may say about consensus between political parties, unless there is a leadership at Delhi, sir, these things cannot take place.
Sir, can I be more direct? Wow. No, can I just be a little bit more direct? Just 1 minute, sir. I think you raised I think you raised very important points, but Seshadri Chari, I would just like to place my position that anybody who tries to link religion or communal politics with India's position on Pakistan is completely and utterly foolish. Their history has proven that the minority population in this country is as nationalistic as any other part of this country. Anybody who makes that assumption doesn't understand this country. But I just want to ask a more basic question. My question is this, sir. Watch it. There are a group of people, for example, who say, Commodore Vasan, I want to ask you, who say, the same group of people say it's okay to attend ISI-sponsored seminars in America. What is the problem with it? The same group of people say, oh, let's have plebiscite in Kashmir. The same group of people say, oh, India's done a great thing in Sharm el-Sheikh when 7 months after 26/11, in our extreme act of magnanimity, we de-link terror with the composite dialogue process, and when we capitulate and we also mention Baluchistan in the same time, the same group of people say great. So am I wrong in assuming, Commodore Vasan, that there is a group of people in India? There is a group of people in India holding Indian passports who take strangely pro-Pakistan positions. Am I wrong in that assumption?
You are not at all wrong, I must say. And it's quite clear, even the other panelists have brought out that there are these vested groups. Why is it so? It's something to do with the national psyche and also the leadership deficit that we are experiencing right now. In fact, if you compare what is happening on the other side, on the northern border with China, a similar story is emerging out there. We are again apologetic. There are many people here who are trying to say that China is, there are a lot of areas which are disputed. And so these are the people who are within India, the same people that you mentioned earlier,
yes,
who are quite happy about offering apologies on behalf of all our adversaries. No, this is a trade that is something serious that is developing out there. And any amount of debates that we have out here, like General Shankar brought out, unfortunately goes on this debate and it's forgotten within 7 to 10 days. So there is no national consensus.
No, but Commodore Vasan, the problem is
strategy. Yes.
No, Commodore Vasan, this group of people, which is increasing. Let's come into you, Jal Prasad. This group of people, which is small, which is irrelevant,
I want to talk about this
which
group
is
of people
small and irrelevant, also says anybody else speaking a more sensible line is a hawk. I mean, if you ask, why is India giving an unconditional visa to Javed Miadad, a man known for his family ties with Dawood Ibrahim, you become a hawk. I think they've got their logic wrong. And it's time they are challenged. Aren't they? Isn't it time these people are challenged? That's the point. General Prasad wanted to come back. Yes, General Prasad.
No, this very business of...
we need to respond to this.
This very business of saying that...
Arnab, this is a group of people. Arnab, this is a group of people who held ministerial posts in the government of India under the present political party in power. These are the people who talk about being in Doon School and St. Stephen's College and continuously keep saying, no, you guys don't understand what's going on. We have to keep dialogue. We have to resolve matters with Pakistan in a different manner. And you guys are all hawks. I don't really understand, and this is a question I really want to ask you today. Can you please tell me, I've been wanting an answer to this for a long time, what is it in for these people? What are they getting out of this? Do they not understand the sentiments of the people of this country? No, you have no idea, but I really want to know. Do they understand the sentiments of the people of this country? Every time an incident like this occurs, Arnab, we all go berserk. We all get so angry. We all say certain things which are politically perhaps not correct also. But the point is this, how long is the people of Pakistan going to accept and tolerate this?
No, you see, now a straight question is being put. General Mehta wants to come in. Yes, General Mehta.
Yeah, no. There is an agenda in this country at the very top, and that agenda is a visit to Pakistan for some kind of a Nobel Prize. Under these circumstances, I think that's a vision that is unlikely to be fulfilled, certainly for the current leadership.
No, but that's okay.
One element of...
That's political you are talking about.
I'm
talking about the non-politicians, sir. I'm talking about those who are not politicians. Why do they constantly take positions and, they vilify our country, they go to international forums, they speak against our country, they abuse their own country? How long will this carry on? Why do these people behave in such a manner?
I think, Arnab, that's a very small number, and those people have been exposed. Those people who have said the kind of things that you have said about attending these conferences, enjoying the hospitality of the ISI and indulging in that agenda is a very, very small number of people. I think the majority of these people are saner minds, and they are not indulging in anti-national activities, I can assure you that. And on the other hand, they defend India's national interest at international forums as well as bilateral forums. I have absolutely no doubt about this, that the large majority does that. Well, and we are trying to single out a few people who are in government and a few
No, I'm also
people
speaking
who
of-
are not in government.
No, I'm speaking of people outside government who don't understand what is realism and what is being a hawk. This question goes finally
No.
to Seshadri Chari. No, I would like to ask Seshadri Chari. You see, what happens is, Seshadri Chari, in January 2013, after the beheading of the Indian soldiers, the Prime Minister says after this dastardly act, there can't be business as usual. In February, there was a Hyderabad blast. After that, Prime Minister says guilty will not go unpunished. Despite that, we go and extend the red carpet and the lavish lunch to the Prime Minister of Pakistan in March. My point is, have we taken courtesies too far? It's good to be courteous, but have we taken courtesies too far?
Politically, when you are dealing with a country like Pakistan or China for that matter, at the government level, it is all right if you are extending certain courtesies, and you are also taking a step backward. General Mehta and General Prasad will bear me out. In army, they say a good general knows when to retreat. You retreat 2 steps. But what is more important is a good administrator would also realize the importance of certain leverages that he has. You can have a set of people who are lighting candles at Wagah, who keep on saying that we should have talks with Pakistan, who do all these things. But remember, these things should be part of your diplomatic engagement with these countries.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if there is an invitation from China for political parties to attend one of their conferences, you tell the political parties to go, but you don't allow your own party people to attend the conference. You impress upon other political parties not to send their representatives. And these are all mechanisms that are available to this country. Even in the case of Sarabjit, let me tell you,
Yes.
notwithstanding the fact that you wanted to light candles and then you wanted to say that these things keep on happening between Pakistan and India, you send your spies there, they send their spies this, all these things can go on in the public domain. I don't even mind that. But when it came to releasing Dr. Chishti, what prevented this government from making it a quid pro quo? You could have told Pakistan that we will release Chishti,
Point
provided
taken.
you release Sarabjit Singh. And it should have been an exchange on the border, Wagah border. We take Chishti here and you bring Mr. Sarabjit Singh, we exchange.
The point is
Finished.
taken. That's
Why
being
couldn't
realistic.
we have done this?
That's being realistic. I give a last word. I'm running out of
This
time.
is
but
politics. This is diplomacy.
Okay, General Prasad, last word, please, very briefly. I think the
Arnav,
question
I
is
just
in
want
the
to ask
public
you one
domain
question
today. Yes,
before you
sir.
close the program.
Yes, sir.
Every day you ask questions. Today I want to ask you a question. Is India a weak country? Are we a weak military? Are we a weak economy? Are we a weak political system? What are we weak about? Why are we showing this weakness? Can't we harness all of these
Weak
potentials of
leadership.
a country and
Sir,
have
weak
a
leadership.
response which is timeline? If this doesn't happen, this would be no, and it's a thinking. It's the weak mind. I do not understand why this weak mind is continuing. We are a powerful nation. Why can't we exercise diplomatic options in a more aggressive manner? Why can't we exercise economic options in a more aggressive manner? Why can't we exercise military options in a more aggressive manner? Arnab, we need answers to this. Whether you answer on your channel or somebody else answers, the nation today really wants to know.
We have not created the options. If only we had created options. You see, you talk, and when you talk, you have a big stick. So we talk, but there is no stick because we have not created those options.
Well, I think...
So Pakistan will take you for granted.
I think, gentlemen, you are men of far greater experience than me. So I choose not to answer that question, but to benefit from your wisdom. But one thing I learned from this conversation tonight on the Newshour is only simply this, as a man of far lesser experience than all those on the panel, that perhaps the option to be firm, to be simply firm, is always there with every country and every government. Gentlemen, thank you very much for that chat on the Newshour tonight.